Linear regression analysis. Linear regression analysis is a technique to measure the statistical relationship between two or more variables, and it is also used to measure change in dependent variable due to one or more independent variables. The term regression was first used by Francis Galton in 1877, and this law of Galton was confirmed by Karl Gauss. How they reached to the concept of regression, that he was working on the relationship of the height of parents with the heights of their children. He found that although tall fathers have tall sons and short-heighted fathers have short sons, but the average height of the sons of tall father was less than the average height of their fathers, and average height of the sons of short father was more than the average height of their short fathers. What does it mean? That although tall fathers have tall sons, but the average height of the sons was less than the average height of their tall fathers. Similarly, short-heighted fathers had short-heighted sons, but the average height of the short-heighted son was more than the average height of their short-heighted fathers. From here they come to know that it is a process of regress, means going back towards average, or otherwise on the family with tall heighted people only have tall people, and the family with short heighted parents have only short heighted kids. But it doesn't happen naturally, it doesn't happen generally. It is a common observation that there is a predominant factor of height may be in some families, but in those families we also found short-heighted people, and similarly in the short-heighted families there are some tall people. So it is a law of nature to regress, to going back towards average. So from here they get the concept of the regress. Linear regression analysis, although it describes relationship between one dependent variable and with two or more independent variable, but it is also explain cause and effect relationship. Correlation coefficient which we use to determine the relationship between two variables, it does not show cause and effect relationship. It only shows the strength and direction of the relationship. But regression analysis, it shows relationship, but it shows it in terms of cause and effect. We can predict changes in the dependent variable due to the changes in some independent variables. That's why regression analysis is widely used in predicting and forecasting studies. Regression analysis is also used to infer causal relationship between the independent and dependent variables. Independent variables in the regression analysis are also called inputs. They are also terms as predictor or explanatory or exogenous variables and denoted by X. Dependent variables in the regression analysis, they are also called consequences. They are also called response variables or endogenous variables, and they are denoted by Y. Lines of regression is another important concept. A line can be taken as representative of the ideal variation is called as the line of best fit. The line indicates or represents the sum of the distance of the points from the line is minimum is called the line of regression. The scatter diagram is the graph which is plotted to understand regression analysis, and it is a simple method of obtaining the line of regression. In this graph, independent variables plotted on x-axis and dependent variables on y-axis. If the correlation is perfect, which means r is equal to 1, then we get a perfect line of regression analysis. But as we all know that in real life practice it is not uh, possible that we get a perfect correlation. So we can get the highest 0.98, 0.99, 0.97. So in this way, the uh, regression line should be straight. The scatter plot or scatter graph is a type of mathematical diagram which used to display values of two variables for a set of data. A scatter plot is a graph made by plotting ordered pairs in a coordinate plane to show the correlation between two sets of data. The data is displayed as a collection of points. Here, this is the diagram of a scatter graph, and it is showing the data set. These are the data points, and they are roughly making a line. So that is an example of linear relationship, linear regression analysis. Here, scatter plot, the line is here, and we are saying that most of the data points are near the line, and some are scattered here and there evenly. Otherwise, most of them are in a linear fashion. These are also the examples of, it is a graph which is showing a not non-linear relationship when there you can see a hump like structure of the data points, and in this graph data point are appearing in a line. So that is the example of a linear relationship. In regression analysis, data is used to describe the relationship between variables which are measured on interval scale, because on interval measurements it is easy to calculate the relationship, and it gives more accurate predictions of one variable from the knowledge of other variables. There are some important characteristics which should be present in the data before running linear regression analysis. These assumptions are linear relationship, multivariate normality, no or little multicollinearity, no autocorrelation, homoscedasticity, and required sample size, which is nearly required at least 20 cases per independent variable using in the analysis. Now, first of all, I explain this point that regression analysis cannot be run on a very small sample size. At least we researcher must have 20 cases per independent variable to run regression analysis on data. What does it mean? That if someone is using 3 independent variables, then at least 60 cases must be present in the sample. If someone is using 5 independent variables, then per variable 20 cases needed, so data of 100 sample must be there to run regression analysis. Linear regression analysis needs the relationship to be linear. What does it mean? That it should be make a straight regression line, and there should be no more outliers, and if there is there should be high linearity to run the linear regression analysis, and for this purpose scatter plot is used. Secondly, the linear regression analysis requires data to be normal. For this, histogram or QQ plot is used. Normality can be checked with goodness of fit test like Kolmogorov-Smirnov. If data is not normally distributed, a nonlinear transformation may be used to fix the issue. Number third, little or no multicollinearity in the data for running regression analysis. Multicollinearity means that independent variables are highly correlated with each other. If some independent variables are highly correlated with each other at 0.9 level or 0. More than 0.8 and 0.9 level, then it means that they are working like a single variable. So there is no need to use these 3 or 2 variables as a different variables in the analysis. So this condition also must be checked earlier, that multicollinearity should not be there in the data. Multicollinearity can be tested with 3 criteria: correlation matrix. Correlation matrix is calculated and the values of the correlation between different variables is assessed. Second method is the measurement of tolerance. The tolerance shows the influence of one independent variable on all the other independent variables. The tolerance can be calculated as 1 minus r square. R square is coefficient of determination. So by use this equation we can calculate the tolerance. If tolerance is less than 0.1, it indicates multicollinearity in the data, and as this values goes higher, if t tolerance reduces goes to less than 0.01, then certainly high multicollinearity is present. Third method is variance inflation factor VIF. To calculate the VIF, the equation is 1 divided by tolerance. If VIF is greater than 5, it indicates multicollinearity. And as it moves towards value move towards 10, then certainly high multicollinearity is found. If in the data multicollinearity problem is there, so it is better to drop those variables who are highly correlated with each other, and as if we run this analysis in earlier, then we can add some more new other variables. The simplest way to address the problem of multicollinearity is to remove independent variables with high VIF values. Number 4 assumption was that there should be no autocorrelation in the data. Autocorrelation occurs when the residuals are not independent from each other. For instance, this typically, what are residuals? Residuals actually it is the vertical distance between data point and the regression line. Each data point has one residual. They are positive if they are above the regression line and negative if they are below the regression line. In other words, the residual is the error that isn't explained by the regression line. So this check must be done. The last assumption of the linear regression analysis is homoscedasticity. The scatter plot is a good way to check homoscedastic nature of the data. And what homoscedastic means? It means that residuals are equal across the regression line. They are not making a bulk at some place, but they are equally distributed across the regression line. The use of regression analysis. As I told you, it gives us causal inferences about the data. It regression analysis helps to understand the change in dependent variable due to some independent variables. So it is highly used in economic researches, in business and marketing researches. So regression analysis helps in establishing a functional relationship between two or more variables. Since most of the problems of economic analysis are based on cause and effect relationships, the regression analysis is a highly valuable tool in economic and business research. Regression analysis predicts the values of dependent variables from the values of independent variables. With the help of regression analysis, we can calculate coefficient of correlation and coefficient of determination. So an important technique, and it is widely used in different types of researches to understand and to predict the cause and effect relationship. So I hope it is now clear to you. So inshallah, if you have any query, so you can ask. Thank you.